We need poetry, we really do. Poetry promotes literacy, builds community, and fosters emotional resilience. Poetry helps us know each other and build community. Poetry in our classrooms can be used at the start of the year to learn about where students come from and who they are. Poetry can allow kids to paint sketches of their lives, using metaphors, imagery, and symbolic language to share experiences or parts of themselves that they're not ready to share. When read aloud, poetry is rhythm and music and sound and beats. It's the most kinesthetic of all literatures. Poetry opens venues for speaking and listening. Poetry brings audience, authentic audience, which promotes reluctant writers. Poetry is great for English language learners because poetry is universal. They can learn about or read poetry in their first language, helping them bridge their worlds. Poetry builds resilience in kids and adults. It fosters social and emotional learning. A well-crafted phrase or two in poem can help us see an experience in an entirely new way. A final suggestion about bringing poetry into classroom is encourage students to write poems that communicate with the deepest part of their being and welcome them in your classroom. Record students performing the poem and then have students watch and self-evaluate their performance. Perform poems for other classes around the school or host a poetry night for the parents to attend. If students have written their own poetry, use the student-written poem as the weekly poem. And here's an example of the poem I wrote about my classroom. And it goes like this. My classroom is a real jewel, among one of the beauties to dwell. My classroom is a beautiful place where everyone is praised. Respect, care, love, and fun is what we record. My classroom is where everyone is the Lord. Everything here belongs to all of us. Teacher or student, it is all ours without a fuss. No matter who you are, to whom you belong, my classroom is for you to remember lifelong.